Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor from the Antonine dynasty, philosopher, one of the most significant representatives of Roman Stoicism, a follower of Epictetus. He lived from 121 to 180 AD. He spent most of his reign on the borders of the empire, trying to hold back the onslaught of the barbarians. He restored the Roman protectorate over Armenia, and captured Mesopotamia. Marcus Aurelius is best known for his meditations on Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius symbolized the golden age of the Roman Empire, for many generations in the West. Let's listen to some of his quotes, full of wisdom and meaning. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. The only wealth which you will keep forever is the wealth you have given away. Anger cannot be dishonest. I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but yet sets less value on his own opinions of himself than on the opinions of others. The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. The act of dying is one of the acts of life. We are too much accustomed to attribute to a single cause that which is the product of several, and the majority of our controversies come from that. Be content with what you are, and wish not change, nor dread your last day, nor long for it. How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? Life is neither good or evil, but only a place for good and evil. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. Because a thing seems difficult for you, do not think it impossible for anyone to accomplish. Such as are your habitual thoughts, such also will be the character of your mind, for the soul is dyed by the thoughts. How much time he saves, who does not look to see what his neighbor says, or does, or thinks. Look back over the past, with its changing empires, that rose and fell, and you can foresee the future too. The universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it. Let men see, let them know a real man, who lives as he was meant to live. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Poverty is the mother of crime. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Aptitude found in the understanding, and is often inherited. Genius, coming from reason and imagination, rarely. Despise not death, but welcome it, for nature wills it, like all else. Each day provides its own gifts. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, therefore, guard accordingly, and take care that you entertain no notions unsuitable to virtue and reasonable nature. That which is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bees. Observe constantly that all things take place by change, and accustom thyself to consider that the nature of the universe loves nothing so much as to change the things which are, and to make new things like them. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Everything that happens, happens as it should, and if you observe carefully, you will find this to be so. Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears. To live happily, is an inward power of the soul. To understand the true quality of people, you must look into their minds, and examine their pursuits and aversions. Waste no more time, arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Adapt yourself to the things, among which your lot has been cast, and love sincerely the fellow creatures, with whom destiny has ordained that you shall live. A man's worth is no greater than his ambitions. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. We ought to do good to others, as simply as a horse runs, or a bee makes honey, or a vine bears grapes season after season, without thinking of the grapes it has borne. Execute every act of thy life as though it were thy last. Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight. Natural ability without education has more often raised a man to glory and virtue than education without natural ability. Confine yourself to the present. Anything in any way beautiful derives its beauty from itself, and asks nothing beyond itself. Praise is no part of it, for nothing is made worse or better by praise. To the wise, life is a problem. To the fool, a solution. When thou art above measure angry, bethink thee, how momentary is man's life. Death, like birth, is a secret of nature. Be content to seem what you really are. What springs from earth, dissolves to earth again, and heaven-born things fly to their native seat. The universe is transformation, life is opinion. To begin is half the work, let half still remain, again begin this, and thou wilt have finished. Forward, as occasion offers. Never look round to see whether any shall note it. Be satisfied with success in even the smallest matter, and think that even such a result is no trifle. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Tomorrow is nothing, today is too late, the good lived yesterday. Men exist for the sake of one another. A noble man compares and estimates himself by an idea which is higher than himself, and a mean man by one lower than himself. The one produces aspiration, the other, ambition, which is the way in which a vulgar man aspires. Time is a sort of river of passing events, and strong is its current. No sooner is a thing brought to sight, than it is swept by, and another takes its place, and this too will be swept away. Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. When you rise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. The universal order and the personal order are nothing but different expressions and manifestations of a common underlying principle. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live.